Robotics is part of our AdTech program. So, yung teacher, siya na ang bahala kung paano niya ituturo yung curriculum. So, naka-embed siya as may elective subject din siya, or may ALA, alternative learning activity. Pag sasalang sila sa competition, talagang nag-aaral sila. Gagawa yan sila ng activity permit halos every afternoon hanggang gabi nag-aaral sila. So meron silang robotics laboratory, isang malaking room kung saan sila ay naghahasa. So may nakaset up yan ng mga computers. Pagkatapos meron silang kits for robotics para mag-company. Tapos with the leadership of their advisor, nagko-conceptualize sila.
The Philippine Science High School system is composed of several campuses, I think 12 or 13. And all of this are being supported by the system itself and by DOST. Ang Science Education Institute, ang turing sa Philippine Science High School ay isang model science high school na maaaring masabi natin na pinakamagaling pagdating sa science and mathematics. But, surprisingly, maraming mga eskwelahan na S&T-oriented sa high school na kasing galing na rin ng Philippine Science High School. So kami, kailangan patuloy nating suportahan ng PSI to be the leading secondary high school when it comes to science and technology education.
Ako si Romeo Solis. Ako ang administrator ng Tansa Child Development Center. Itong school na to ay isang basic educational institution na nag-o-offer ng programs from preschool to senior high school. Sa Advanced Science and Technology Institute, nakatulong yung experience ko doon. Nung time na nandun ako sa ASTI, kukonti yung researchers namin. So we started hiring college students, and at one point in time, we started hiring high school students as assistants to get them earlier. So naisip ko nung pinapatakbo namin ito na pwede naman pala matrain ang high school students to do research and development work. So naisip namin na lagyan ng electronics dito, then to train students in some creative work. The main objective there is to develop the creativity of the children. They have to have an outlet for their creativity, and we see this as the venue for that. There are other things that we want to develop in the student, like for example, their perseverance, yung tiyaga nila sa paggawa ng robot. We want to develop that. We want to develop a can-do attitude in the student. Sometimes it's the most important thing.
Based sa pag-mentor niya sa akin, ni Prof. Solis, sabi niya kasi sa akin that time, let the students learn. Huwag mo siyang hayaan na ikaw lang lagi ang nagtuturo. So, I make sure na pag humarap ako sa bata, itinuturo ko yung basic o fundamental ng lesson. And afterwards, hinahayaan ko sila na gawin yung ano yung laman ng heart nila, ano yung laman ng isipan nila, yung imagination nila about dun sa project, about dun sa subject. Hindi ko ini-insist yung gusto kong maging output. I let the students grow and learn dun sa mga robots o sa mga projects na ginagawa nila.
Although may sariling resources allocated for Philippine Science High School, we always see to it that PSI schools are represented in all of our competitions and recognition programs because undoubtedly, sila yung nangunguna pagdating doon sa mga kompetisyon, pagdating sa mga sabihin nating culture of research and innovation because of the resources that are allotted to PSI being under the Department of Science and Technology. Ginagamit din natin silang benchmark para malaman natin ano ang kulang pagdating sa mga regular science high schools. But the support we give to them directly is not in terms of financial assistance, but in terms of making them participate, allowing them to become part of our competing schools. We feel that Philippine Science High School should be supported continuously by the Science Education Institute.
The first member being me. My other two members were Kent Mark, Kobe Bismarck, and John E.G. Relente. Our coach was Mr. Vinci Gabumpa. I was the one in charge for doing the proposal, the concept paper, and the oral presentation. And my other two members were the ones who assembled the framework and build the circuitry for the program. Water rise and alert system. The device is designed to regularly measure the water levels and rate of water rise in a source of water, for example, for flooding. So in this case, we focused on Kadakan River and Abuyog. And then all the data here will be transmitted to the control center or to the disaster response unit of a local government unit. And then next is, it will give real-time alerts for the residents depending on the data that was obtained, and also the corresponding danger level will be transmitted using LED notification and buzzer. For the DOST SEIs we make innovation contest, we garnered one of the 3 winners of the Youth Innovation Prize. And we also got a special award from one of the sponsors, Emerson Philippines, the Perfect Execution Award. And for the United Cities and Local Governments Asia Pacific Executive Bureau Science and Technology Fair, we garnered first place in Best in Oral Presentation and second place in Best Poster Presentation.
Bali po, yung kasama ko po nang gumawa ng sumubot, si John E.G. Relente po. Siyempre, sa simula pa lang, gagawa ng sumo na robot, nag-brainstorm muna ng ideas kung ano yung magandang build ng robot. Tsaka, yun lang po, after po nagpag-brainstorm, naghanap po kami ng mga ideas na paano gumawa ng sumo-legged po na robot. Yung functions and capabilities po niya is, yun po, parang nag-function siya as isang sumo wrestler po na parang nasa isang arena tsaka nagpo-push with each other yung dalawang robot po, tapos kailangan malabas po yung isang robot.
Yung kasama ko po na sa paggawa ng wind turbine robot po namin is John E.G. Relente at Elijah Vincibite. Yung designer po is Elijah Vincibite, then yung builder naman po si John E.G. Relente, tapos ako po yung nagpa-program. Ang wind turbine robot po namin ay may specific task na gumawa ng mag-collecta ng mga wind turbine parts at i-build po siya. So may parts na like hypothetical parts na kailangan pong i-collecta, and then ilalagay po siya sa specific place na like designated color niya, and at doon po i-build.
Kasama ko po sa paggawa ng robot for the line tracing category is si Brian Justin de la Cruz po. Grade 8 po siya ngayon. So, gumawa kami ng line tracing robot for the NSTF HUD last year. So, gumamit kami ng 4 na sensors. Pero basically, 3 light sensor tsaka isang ultrasonic sensor. Gumamit kami ng light sensor para mahanap yung mga lines, yung black kasi kaya line tracing category. Tapos gumamit kami ng ultrasonic para ma-detect kung may wall ba or mayroong object sa harap para ma-sense kung ilang centimeters, inches. Kaya niya ma-sense yung mga black, kaya niya makapag-line follow, kaya niya ma-sense yung mga obstacles na nasa harap or nasa likod, mga sideways. Tsaka kaya na rise up sa mga ladders. So, kaya na pumunta sa taas.
Yung mga kasama ko po, puro po grade 12. Sila Kent Mark Kobe Bismarck, tapos si Kim Martin Almaden. Soccer robot po yung ginawa namin kasi yun yung inassign sa amin na robot na gawin. Tsaka ito yung task po na gagawin namin para sa contest namin sa Philippine Robotics Olympiad. Soccer robot po, yung mga robots niya may sensors. Yung sa amin, meron po siyang 4 na sensors na ginamit. First is yung infrared sensor. Parang nakakasense siya ng infrared galing sa bola. Tapos second po yung compass. Yung compass yung parang nagpapastraight sa robot. Tapos may light sensor para makita niya kung ano yung color ng field. Tapos may touch sensor po.
Very important kasi 'di ba nasa ano na tayo, advancement of technology and robots are being used no to help in the operation. So malaking tulong kasi ang creativity ng mga bata, design thinking, so nadi-develop dahil sa robotics.
Robotics is a very challenging field, and it will integrate with other fields. It will converge with artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality. Robotics is no longer an emerging technology. It is mature enough to be integrated into other emerging technologies. One thing that is really up and coming is artificial intelligence. And I guess robotics is something that AI can use such that a system can be at work for a particular purpose, whether a human being is there at every stage. So robotics is the way to implement artificial intelligence. It is the front end of artificial intelligence. The back end are the programs, right? IT is the back end. But the front end, surely robotics will be there.
Malaki pong pasalamat ko sa DOST kasi from the scholarship pa lang po na-receive ko here in Pisay, galing na po ng DOST. The kits, they're from DOST and everything, yung financial fundings nila.
Malaking pasalamat po namin sa DOST sa pagsusuporta nila sa aming mga lahat po ng contest na sinalihan. At thank you po talaga sa lahat ng support na binigay nila sa amin.
I'd like to thank the Department of Science and Technology first of all for sponsoring our education in Philippine Science High School. It's really a huge opportunity and a blessing for us because you're able to change the lives of students and bring them into science and technology careers.
So we advise all our children out there to really explore opportunities for science and technology, especially the DOST scholarships. Because we have a lot for you to choose from, you can really be what you want to be in the future by knowing your opportunities now. Because now is very crucial for the future.
Alam mo ba na tinatayang nasa 390 million dengue cases ang naitatala sa buong mundo kada taon? Ayon ito sa World Health Organization. Sa Pilipinas, umabot na sa 292.76 dengue cases ang naitala ayon naman sa Department of Health. Sa ganitong panahon, mainam na alamin natin ang mga paraan kung paano makaiiwas sa sakit na ito. Alamin kung paanong nakatutulong ang science and technology pagdating sa prevention. diagnosis at treatment sa sakit na dengue. Dito lamang yan sa DOSTv, Science for the People.
Schools experience during Yolanda Typhoon suffered much devastation. Almost all our buildings got damaged. Our sidewalks, our buildings, our hotels, the library also, the ceiling, the roof, the water got inside the buildings of our library.
Itong building na to talaga sa library ang devastated. So far sa lahat ng mga building, ito yung napuruhan.
Library was one of the evacuation area of the school wherein evacuees get inside the library and ginawang tulugan, kainan, lahat ng mga evacuees dito sa school.
Nung time na po yun na pumasok ako bago yung bagyo, mga 4 months po ata yun, after. Tapos po, naninibago ako kasi parang yung kulay ng school ko doon, parang ang sigla-sigla pa, parang maganda. Pakatapos, yung feeling na pumasok ka sa school nyo, parang monochromatic yung dating.
STARBOOKS is a solution that was developed by DOST through the Science and Technology Information Institute to address the gap of library materials holding among the schools. Kasi yung STARBOOKS has its own content. So hindi mo siya kailangan i-connect sa internet para siya makakuha ng content. It has its own content of thousands of science technology materials that the schools and its students can take advantage of with the promotion of K-12 na medyo kailangan natin dito ng maraming content, considering na bago pa lang yung K-12 na program natin. Yung STARBOOKS can offer as alternative source of information for the lessons that are embedded with the K-12 program.
Actually, malaki ang tulong na nagawa ng DOST, particularly yung pagbigay ng STARBOOKS sa school, lalo na doon sa mga school na kulang talaga, medyo kulang nga ng computer, wala pang access sa internet. So, ang way talaga na makapag-research yung mga estudyante is either by books, nga hindi naman updated yung mga library nila, yung sa mga primary education and secondary education. So talagang malaki ang itulong ng STARBOOKS kasi nandun na yung mga references sa related to science and technology and mathematics doon sa STARBOOKS na yan.
The STARBOOKS help us to augment the references of our library because the STARBOOKS does not serve only to our junior high schools, but it serves also, it support the references, the reference needs of our college students.
Sa graduate school, medyo malaki ang naitulong doon in terms sa kanilang mga research. Marami silang nakuha ng mga related literature. Tsaka meron talagang specific na mga sayings, yung abstract nakita nila. So based doon na nakakatulong talaga sa mga students.
Very important yung STARBOOKS sa library kasi madadagdagan yung collection ng science and technology sa library. Magagamit yung video niya kasi may mga video clips na magagamit sa when it comes to agriculture kasi meron na nga yung agriculture na subject. one of the subjects in the senior high. Magagamit siya sa lahat din ng mga grade levels, like grade 7 to grade 10. Magagamit yung mga biology, biotechnology, na mga resources na nandun sa STARBOOKS. So, malaking tulong yung STARBOOKS sa library po.
So our plan really is to have a Starbucks in every school in the region and in every barangay. I-ano natin dun sa mga local government units in the barangay kasi may mga video file, mga livelihood program. And then plano nga namin besides of the national government to have the grant in aid in Starbucks to provide Starbucks to the LGU and to every school. Yung United Nations na sponsor for Starbucks kasi education sector siya pwede siya matap ng United Nations.
Yung Starbucks po, malaki po talaga yung tulong niya. As of now, di ba po, we're in the K-12 system po. Sa K-12 po, meron po tayong strand na Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Maging malaki po yung tulong ng Starbucks sa mga estudyanteng nasa grade 11, especially sa strand na yon, at pati po sa mga DOST scholars at maging mga students para maging reference material nila para sa mga iba't ibang kaalaman kung meron silang gustong i-search or meron silang gustong malaman. Yung Starbucks po, magiging medium of information na magbibigay ng karagdagang kaalaman sa kanila.
I am very much thankful to the Department of Science and Technology for being very supportive of this kind of facility that is given to us, to our university, because it helps the collection holdings of the university.
Malaking pasasalamat ko sa DOST, STII sa paggawa ng STARBOOKS kasi nakakatulong talaga siya sa pagbigay ng mga additional information sa libraries para sa users, para sa kailangan ng mga information ng mga bata.
Malaki yung naitutulong ng DOST sa STARBOOKS kasi yung mga students, hindi na sila pumupunta in particular doon sa kanilang office kasi naka-install na doon yung mga researches na inano ng yung mga scholars ng DOST. So yung mga researches ng scholars ng DOST nandoon na sa STARBOOKS. So hindi na sila pumupunta ng DOST, pwede nang dito na lang sa amin mag-refer.
STARBOOKS natin would be more popular among the schools. Kasi ito lang yung solution so far na available right now, provided by the government through DOST, that addresses the dearth and the need for more science technology materials. So nakikita namin na mas marami pang schools yung mag-adapt dito. Maybe if DOST cannot provide them with the software and the hardware and the whole package of STARBOOKS, perhaps just like what happened in 2012, the schools would be willing to adopt this, even themselves providing the hardware.
Actually, since we have already a lot of STARBOOKS recipient in the region, the same with the vision of STII to have a STARBOOKS in every barangay. So that's our aim, and in fact, we have a plan to have the next year to be funded by United Nations na kasi limitado yung pondo ng gobyerno natin at hindi pa naman lahat ng mga schools dito sa Region 8 have the STARBOOKS. So we plan, our really aim is to have the STARBOOKS in every barangay. It might be funded by our national government or by other foreign sponsors, just like United Nations.
DOSTv would like to thank Filipino Creazione de Mano Incorporated. Visit their showroom at ground floor lobby, PSM-BFI Building, 318 Santolan Road, West Crames, San Juan City. SciTev, the world's leading source of reliable and authoritative news, views and analysis on information about science and technology for global development. Visit their website at www.scidev.net.